Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. It's becoming clear that coach Steve Kerr won't put Jonathan Kuminga in the starting lineup, and the player wants to get a lot of minutes. The best option for Kuminga is to trade him and bring in a great player. A good trade suggestion is Lauri Markkanen. He is skilled, fast, and a goal scorer. His combination of size and skill makes him a versatile player, capable of playing multiple positions on the court. Kuminga's future uncertain as Warriors eye mid-season moves. Jonathan Kuminga finds himself in a precarious position this season. Despite the recent signing of a 2-year, $48.5 million contract with the Golden State Warriors, it has become clear that he is not an untouchable asset. As the franchise gears up for potential roster upgrades ahead of the February 5 trade deadline, Kuminga's name may very well be on the trading block. Speculation around Lauri Markkanen. Recently, NBA analyst Bill Simmons floated the idea that Lauri Markkanen could be a viable trade target for the Warriors should they decide to move on from Kuminga. Is Lauri Markkanen not realistic as a trade target in a hypothetical Kuminga deal? Simmons posed during a discussion. Markkanen is realistic for me. Markkanen has often flown under the radar, largely due to his lack of postseason experience across his tenures with the Chicago Bulls, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Utah Jazz. However, his potential fit within the Warriors system could present a low-risk, high-reward opportunity for the franchise. The Warriors' recent decision to sign veteran forward Al Horford to a multi-year deal speaks volumes about their objectives. It suggests that the team is actively seeking versatile frontcourt players who can contribute immediately. High-motor, adaptable big men with the ability to execute pick-and-pop plays are clearly desirable traits for Golden State, which is why Markkanen has emerged as a potential candidate. Last season, the two-time All-Star made his mark with the Jazz, averaging 19.0 points and 5.9 rebounds per game while shooting 42.3% from the field and 34.6% from beyond the arc in 47 appearances. With a career three-point shooting percentage of 37.1%, his offensive skill set aligns well with the Warriors' style of play. Looking ahead. If Golden State is indeed ready to part ways with Kuminga in pursuit of bolstering their frontcourt alongside Horford, it's possible that Markkanen could soon find himself donning a Warriors uniform. As the team continues to evaluate its options, all eyes will be on how these developments unfold in the coming months. Make it make sense. Warriors fans are in shock after LJ Cryer gets waived, but there is still hope. The Golden State Warriors waived LJ Cryer, who had been very impressive in preseason, and fans are shocked to see him go. The Golden State Warriors used their preseason to try and solidify their roster and rotation, trying out some young players in the process. One of the names that jumped out quickly was the Warriors' Summer League signing LJ Cryer. The undrafted rookie put on brilliant performances when given the opportunity. Steve Kerr praised LJ Cryer on numerous occasions, as he had made himself indispensable for the Warriors during their preseason run. Cryer was confident in his chances with the Warriors. However, it turns out that confidence may have been unwarranted, as the Warriors announced they would be waiving him ahead of the new season. Golden State Warriors infuriate fans by waiving LJ Cryer. Yesterday, the Golden State Warriors announced they would be waiving Seth Curry and LJ Cryer to finalize their roster ahead of the NBA deadline to do so. Several Warriors fans were shocked and upset at the situation, as they felt that the Warriors had squandered a great player. One passionate Warriors fan wrote, "We waive Cryer but keep Pat Spencer, please make it make sense." Another fan went one step further by saying, LJ Cryer looked better than 90% of the roster with 10 minutes per game and they still waived him. A Warriors fan made an emotional plea to the team, why? He's a really solid player, has great control of the game, and consistently knocks down threes better than most of the guys out there. While another fan warned the Warriors they were making an error, noting, losing Cryer is a big mistake. Dude can actually dribble, score, pass, and defend. One Warriors fan echoed these sentiments, claiming, big mistake letting go of Cryer. That dude is a baller. Golden State Warriors might have a plan with LJ Cryer. It's understandable why Golden State Warriors fans are upset about the team waiving LJ Cryer, given how well he played in preseason. However, there is a chance the Warriors still plan on keeping him. One of the Warriors' options is to sign LJ Cryer to their G League affiliate, the Santa Cruz Warriors. Cryer could get the chance to get some steady playing time in the G League, and hopes to earn a two-way contract next season. Or he could get called up later in the season and earn a guaranteed deal. This is definitely a possibility, given that the Warriors plan on re-signing Seth Curry in November after waiving him as a workaround to the salary cap. Brandon Podziemski sheds light on biggest lesson he's learning from Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. Throughout the Jonathan Kuminga drama of the offseason, fans have almost forgotten that the Golden State Warriors have another young, budding star on the precipice of exploding. Brandon Podziemski, the Warriors' shooting guard, is ready to turn heads as he enters his third season in the NBA. The 2024-25 NBA season was meant to be the perfect jumping pad for Podziemski. The Golden State Warriors were extremely high on the 6'5" guard after his rookie season, and with good reason. Podziemski also seamlessly fit into the Warriors system during his first year in the NBA, which isn't an easy task. He went on to average 9.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game. Although he didn't fill the stat sheet, he complemented Stephen Curry tremendously in the backcourt. The ascension of Podziemski allowed the Warriors to remain confident after losing franchise great Klay Thompson in free agency in 2024. However, the 22-year-old wasn't able to make the jump the team hoped for. Podziemski technically improved, but it was very marginal. His points total increased to 11.7, while his other stats saw a dip, as he averaged only 5.1 rebounds with 3.4 assists per game. Of course, the Warriors went through a major midseason overhaul by acquiring Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline. So, Podziemski had to figure out his role yet again. Despite the complications, his struggles led to valuable lessons from the Warriors' two lead stars, which he plans to take advantage of this season. I looked at both Steph and Jimmy in particular and how year after year they're able to play 65-plus games being at the age they are, Podziemski said on Dub's Talk. For the entirety of Podziemski's career, he never had to deal with any serious injuries. The harsh reality of professional sports came crashing down during his sophomore season, when he missed 12 games due to an abdominal injury. Podziemski has since completely healed and even underwent surgery during the offseason to ensure he will be ready once the games begin. But that brief taste he had of the injury bug made him realize the importance of how Curry and Butler can keep their body in great shape. After playing 74 games in his rookie season, Podziemski only played 64 last season. However, he has a personal goal in mind for this upcoming year. Another goal of mine is just to play 75-plus games, Podziemski said. This level of maturity is a great sign for the Warriors. Especially if they seek Podziemski to fill the hole currently available as their starting shooting guard. His health will be key, since his chemistry with Curry is already worth being excited about. It's a unique thing. He's a unique player who runs around the floor. But once you get the hang of it, like anything, the more you do something, the easier it becomes. So, I think I've developed a great connection with him, Podziemski said. Hopefully, that connection reaches new levels because the Warriors will certainly need it. All eyes are on Curry and Butler to lead the way. However, a jump from Podziemski could serve as the deciding factor which propels the Warriors over a few other Western Conference rivals. Gilbert Arenas slams Warriors, Steph Curry has no support, needs a second option. Gilbert Arenas critiques Warriors' support for Curry. In a candid commentary, three-time NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas has voiced his concerns regarding Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry and the lack of support surrounding him. Arenas, known for his unfiltered opinions, has emphasized that Curry is in dire need of a reliable second option to elevate his game and that of the team. Arenas' remarks come at a time when the Warriors are navigating the challenges that accompany a competitive NBA landscape. Despite Curry's exceptional talent and leadership, Arenas argues that the team's current roster does not provide him with the necessary support to truly contend for championships. The former guard's assertion underscores a growing sentiment among analysts and fans alike. Curry's brilliance on the court may not be fully realized without additional firepower beside him. As discussions about player dynamics and team strategies intensify, Arenas' insights shine a spotlight on the Warriors' off-season decisions and their implications for the upcoming season. In a league where star players often rely on complementary talents to maximize their potential, the question remains, how will the Warriors address this perceived gap in support? As the season approaches, the pressure mounts on the organization to ensure that Curry has the backing he needs to chase another title. Brandon Podziemski says Warriors have a player who doesn't require the ball to make an impact. Off-ball movement has been a crucial part of the Golden State Warriors' offense for the longest time. Stephen Curry is the pioneer of that, but the rest of the team has learned from him, so they are more effective now. The Golden State Warriors, under head coach Steve Kerr, have always been an influential offense. Kerr encourages off-ball movement, which has been one of Stephen Curry's biggest strengths. He can move well off the ball to get free for his three-point shots. Draymond Green has also been instrumental because he is either the one setting the screens or the one passing the ball to Curry to shoot. It has been an unstoppable weapon for the Warriors because it is hard to defend a team that is always in motion. Curry is not the only player doing elite off-ball movement because Gary Payton too is also great. He mostly operates within the paint, but he can shoot a corner three-pointer from time to time. Payton has impressed teammates like Jimmy Butler and Brandon Podziemski with this off-ball movement and defense. Podziemski loves how Payton plays without the ball. The Warriors might have an older team, but they know how to play well with each other. Green and Curry have a natural connection that has helped them win 4 championships over the past decade. Payton is also one of the players who naturally fit within the system. Since Kerr loves his players to move off the ball, he maximizes Payton by making him an option in the dunker spot. Even though he is only 6'2", Payton plays like a power forward because he thrives at finishing in the paint. Defensively, Payton can guard almost any player in the league. He has the tenacity to stay in front of his matchup while maintaining a low center of gravity, which makes him tough to get past. With his underrated role, his teammate, Podziemski, has shown him some genuine appreciation. He's important, 1 because he plays so well with Steph, 2 because of his defensive ability being so versatile, and 3 because he is in the locker room, Podziemski said about Payton's role. Warriors owner reveals phone call that could lead to big trade. Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob isn't ruling out a roster shakeup after securing forward Jonathan Kuminga on a new, trade-friendly contract, a move that gives the franchise flexibility to chase another title before Stephen Curry's window closes. Warriors eye trade market options. We're always going to be looking at improving the team, always, Lacob said on the TK show with Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard. And whether that's a big trade or a small trade depends on whether we do a trade at all, or if there's a trade available, and depends on how healthy the team is and how it's doing. So this is something that happens in real time. We have to see where we're at and plan for different things to happen, some will, some won't. Kuminga's new 2-year, $48.5 million contract includes a team option, making him one of Golden State's most valuable trade chips. His $22.5 million salary can now anchor a potential blockbuster deal, and with 4 tradable first-round picks, the Warriors have the assets to pursue a star-level player if the opportunity arises. Over the past 2 seasons, Golden State has explored deals for Lauri Markkanen, Paul George, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant, a clear sign of Lacob's win-now mindset. I was on the phone yesterday, actually with somebody, not Mike Dunleavy Jr., but somebody in our basketball group, and I was going through literally team by team, every player in the league, Lacob said. This is when we start doing that on our side of things. Not that we think we need to make trades, but we could wind up being great this year and not need to do anything. On the other hand, we need to be prepared for the situation where that's not the case. Giannis Antetokounmpo remains dream target. While Lacob did not name specific players, multiple reports have indicated that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Warriors' dream trade target. ESPN's Brian Windhorst recently said the league is bracing for the Milwaukee Bucks superstar to possibly request a trade next summer if the Bucks underperform. Golden State has long been one of the NBA's most aggressive franchises in pursuit of elite talent, and Kuminga's deal, along with Draymond Green's and Andrew Wiggins' movable contracts, gives them multiple pathways to pull off another blockbuster. Aging core still built to compete. In the meantime, Lacob doubled down on his faith in the Warriors' veteran core. The team added 39-year-old Al Horford this offseason to complement Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler, aiming to build on the strong second half that revived their playoff hopes last season. "We're always going to want to try to be as good as we can possibly be," Lacob said. "We're trying to win championships here. And at the very least, we want to be in competition to try to win championships. Maybe we're not going to be the best team, but we want to at least have a shot." Maximizing Stephen Curry's championship window. At 37, Curry remains one of the NBA's top 10 players, ranked number 7 by ESPN entering the 2025-26 season. Lacob acknowledged the Warriors are operating with a 2-year championship window, the tail end of Curry's prime. Their franchise star has often talked about wanting to spend his remaining years playing meaningful basketball. "It was no surprise to me at all," Lacob said of Curry's mindset. "I talk to Steph all the time. He's just like me, and just like Mike Dunleavy. We want to win, and we want to be playing for meaningful things. We don't want to be sitting around worrying about which lottery pick we're going to get." That's just not something he wants to do at this point in his life, nor do I. Despite the challenges of aging stars and a competitive Western Conference, Lacob remains confident. "It's a lot of pressure to continue to try to be really good," he said. "But that's the way we're built. All of us in this organization, it's the way we think.